Well, hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your November reading. Here it is. So, let's go over your cards first. So, the big, giant card we have here is Threshold, which is beautiful. It talks about November being the month that you break through an open door. So, it brings about change. And as we know, change can be scary, change can be unwanted. You can be unwilling, but it's good for you. It also needs you to take that step. It also needs you to take that move. And I feel like that's what November is about for you, Capricorn, is making a move of some kind. Now, we have gratitude. There's always something to be grateful for, even in the darkest of situations. Now is the time to recognize what is going well in your life and what you are thankful for. Now, I feel like, honestly, this is the motivator. So, this is about what is good in your life. We can always focus on the things that are bad, or the things that we don't like, or the things that are not going the way we want them to. But something is going right. Okay? Something is good. Something has potential. That's what it is. Okay? And the idea is to focus on what's good and make that step. That's the overall energy, right? Make that step towards working on it, making it better, opening it up, doing more, focusing on that. This is a good time also to have a gratitude journal this month or to start one for your first time. Even if you don't want to start a gratitude journal, this is a good time to just stop once a day and say to yourself or acknowledge something that you're grateful for. Okay. So then we have victory. Victory will be yours. Your enemies will be defeated. Keep going. Look, it's a typo. Keep going and you'll have your win. And then we also have vast universe. Okay. So this is more spiritual energy here. Okay. So this is saying like you need to break free. So there could be some down moments. There could be some down energy. There could be laziness. Because I'm getting like there's things that you could be working on or things that you could be doing that you weren't doing. And this is your sort of kick in the butt to get you started or to get you to continue what that is. So this is connecting more with your dedication spirit, dedicated spirit. Um and you'll be successful. It's like it's time to start the work, to take the step, to put in that fighting spirit that you have towards something, and it would be more than successful, right? And then we have laid to rest, letting go of lingering disputes and make peace together. And the loving man. And that's why I say I feel like there was a rest or a pause, or maybe you were trying to get yourself together, taking a break, something of that nature. But it's time to pick back up to where you were again. It's like the break is over. So when it comes to relationships with others or intimate relationships or anything that has to do with heart matter, I would say disputes, conversations that you need to have will be had in November. And I feel like people are either trying to get you to do things, go to parties, come over, things like that, and you've been saying no. November is the time where you say yes. November is the time that you sit down and have those conversations. You say those words, those things that you've kind of been ignoring or pushing to the side. Or, yeah, that's what I feel like for your love life and for communication with others. And this goes for friends as well, I can feel. And then we have eggs, starting over, saving up, resources, nest egg, healthcare, new opportunities, insurance, and the loving woman. Okay. So November is a lot as well about nurturing your career and your goals. That's the big thing that I feel here. Love is here as well, but it's more like you're opening up. It's like it goes hand in hand with your energy, Capricorn. So saving up money, starting new payment plans, starting new projects, starting up something that you've left to the side, working on things. I feel like tweaking things to make them better, but it's a part of the process of working on things. New healthcare plans. I don't see new job opportunities as much as I see new business ventures. Okay. Yeah. I see new things within the existing structure. Okay. So let's get into the cards. Six of Cups, the Chariot, the Emperor, Page of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Page of Cups, Strength, Ace of Pentacles, and the Fool. Yeah. So I feel like November is a focus on things that are out of balance. Okay. Getting what was out of balance or what is out of balance in your life back into balance. But like I said, you have to sort of say to yourself, this is the time, Capricorn, and get it done and make it happen. That's what it is. It's about mentally getting yourself prepared to take the steps that you need to take. It's just time to come out of a break or a pause of some sort, okay? Yeah. You're not going to let adversity win in November. I just feel like you're picking yourself up by your bootstraps. It's got the energy of like, oh, okay, let's get this. Let's get out there. That's the energy that you have for November. It looks like you've either been in your head or in your emotions in some way. It could be like seasonal depression. It could be like needing a pause. It could be like just needing a break from everything, kind of shutting yourself out, staying at home. It could be lots of those things, right? But I feel like when you're in that mindset or in that era, as they like to call it, nothing really gets done, right? And you know that. You know that you kind of sit your life on a back burner when you do that because you're not taking risks, you're not making moves, nothing's really happening. You're just sort of maintaining the lifestyle or your life. And now is the time to sort of muster up that courage to take on opportunities, new opportunities, to open yourself up to do things, to explore, to try things. It's like this is your time to do it. Because one thing I'm feeling about this energy is like you have to throw yourself into it to get the sort of routine going. Because if you're waiting to get the sort of boost of energy, I don't see it here. Okay. You've definitely been in your head or in your emotions. And you could be making plans about all the things that you could be doing or what you should be doing, but you haven't really been putting the action into doing them, right? And it can make you feel flat. And I feel like that's what it is. Like, there's nothing the matter with taking a rest, but it just feels like you'll let opportunities in November pass you by, or an opportunity pass you by, if you don't start taking action. Mm-hmm. If you don't start making moves. And I feel as though you know that. And it's sort of like this weird catch 22 where you know it, but you don't want to do it. You know it, but you don't want to do it. It kind of goes in this cycle. The reality is that you have an opportunity, Capricorn. There's some opportunity in November for you, to clear something up, to make a situation better, to, I want to say, to get your life back. But what really this is there's an opportunity for you to move forward. But first, you need to step into something, or take a step into something to get it. Once you take the step, okay, it's like you have beat adversities. You've beat adversity. You stepped out of your comfort zone that you currently have, and you get really excited about it. And that's all you need. It's like you need that boost, you need that kick. And you getting started is one of the best things that can happen to you, because it helps you feel like you're more in control, and then you can get back on track into creating this victory that spirit sees for you, or that's in your energy, your higher energy. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's sort of like you need that kick in the butt. You need that step forward to realize that there is an opportunity. So that's where the positive thinking comes in, the gratitude. Because once you take that step, it's like it opens up doors. It opens up doors. Mm-hmm. It opens up a feeling in you. You know, it gives you that boost that you need. It's actually really beautiful. You know? Okay. So I see that you've had a lot of feelings about a lot of things in the last, I'm going to say, 4 months or so. Um, it feels like a lot of things have been happening. Maybe things at work, with emotions, with the relationships, spiritually. You've been pushing through some things. It feels like you've been going through some changes. And to get some sort of emotional balance, it's like you've chosen to not hide yourself, but to sort of turtle shell up, you know? Like it's like a turtle, like when a turtle hides in their shell. It's like you can still hear what's going on. You can still see what's going on, but you're not a part of it. And you're like, oh, I just let it pass. That's that feeling of like, it'll just pass and we'll move on. I don't have the time or energy to get into this. Like, it's easier this way. And the thing about being like that is it doesn't offer you any opportunities. And you may have been feeling like there hasn't been many opportunities, or you're not happy with your financial situation. And I would say you're not happy with how things look initially. Like, you haven't really gotten into the nitty gritty of it or looked any deeper into it, but you may not be happy with like your financial situation or your job, just in general. You may have been thinking of moving on or making some sort of change when it comes to finances or your business. Yeah, because I feel like you've been looking at making changes, starting over. Yeah, like how to save money, how to handle your resources. But all this has sort of been happening in your head. It's like steering clear from arguments, not really putting in the effort to make changes. The focus has been more on you keeping your head above water emotionally, mentally, trying to have the strength to sort of continue on, right? Now, yeah, in November, it's time to make a choice. It's like you have the power, Capricorn, to put your what is it, the pedal to the metal in any time, any direction, anytime you want to. That's just like your superpower, right? And in your dreams and what you see for yourself, you want to be happy. And being happy takes action. It takes achievement of goals. So what you see for yourself takes steps to get there, right? So you have to be motivated to create those steps to get where you want to go, right? Which means that you're going to have to, in November, fight adversities, whether that's your own willpower, whether it's paperwork that you need to fill out, whether it is conversations with others that you need to be had. It could be lots of different things, right? But as the gratitude comes in here, you have to have hope and faith, right? You have to have that, give yourself that motivation. So all these dreams and all these ideas that you had kept to yourself can finally come out into the open, and they can be seeds that are planted for you. So it's like you're giving yourself opportunities that you didn't have before. It's like they were there. You know they're there. You planned them to be there, but you had to take the steps for them to be there. So take the steps, right? That's where this comes in. So in the future, I see you having more power over your life and taking those opportunities. I see you more seeing the opportunities to be able to take them, because it's like your mindset is different, right? So I see you taking back areas that were not working well for you, or situations that were not working well for you, taking back control of them and making the adjustment and the changes there that need to happen for yourself. I see you being more emotionally happy. It's not like you finally made some sort of breakthrough and everything is sunshine and rainbows, but you are like more happy and more motivated. I see you spending time with your friends. I would say do it gradually. I understand that when you go into hiding or whatever, people really want to spend every single second with you in case it comes up again. But to keep it moderate, right, will help keep it more consistent. Okay, I will say that to you. So I see people just starving for your attention and your friendship. Okay. People wanting to talk to you. Even strangers will talk to you a lot in November, Capricorn. Just be cordial, right? You don't need to talk to them about their whole life story, but just be like, hey, have a good day. That's good enough. And yeah, I see you starting new projects. Maybe ones you've been planning to finish by the end of the year, because it's like you're walking back into doing something that is like on the list or in your mind of things to do, but you're like, oh, I'll never get to it. I see you being able to start working on those things. I see you knocking projects out or knocking a list out of things that you need to do, being very productive when it comes to things in your life to get goals done. Um, I don't see you having a lot of free time either. I see you making free time for friends, but that seems to be what you would put like on a list of like your to-do list. Free time for you would be like sitting in front of TV or something. I don't see you doing a lot of that. I see you being more productive in November, but for good reason, because I feel like you have had this time to sort of, I'm going to say laze around, but to sort of ponder. But you're more mentally active in November, I would say. Yeah, I feel like this is a really good time to start dealing with things that have piled up in your mind. So, any thoughts that have piled up in your mind, um, that like have caused you anxiety or causes a lot of overthinking, those are the things I see you working on, or the steps, things that you're taking steps to work on, is what I see. And at this point, I see you just starting anywhere. It's like we have to start somewhere. If that doesn't work, we'll move a different route. But I see you more starting on that. That's really going to help you out. And I see you also having a conversation with someone. If someone is connected to some of these thoughts in your head, let me see if I can get an example. If you have a friend that like calls you too much, you're telling them like, it's not that I don't want to spend time with you, but you have to respect my boundaries. Um, if you have a family member that's always borrowing money, you're like, listen, I love you, but you need to respect that I can't give you money all the time, and I won't because I don't have to. Something of that nature. That'll also help you out this in November. Okay. There's some kind of goal when it comes to your career or even your financial literacy situation. I'm not going to say like money. I'm saying like financial literacy. like debt literacy. Um, there are steps that you could be taking, but you haven't been taking them. Mostly, I feel like there has been, I'm just going to maintain, I'm going to keep things going the way that it is, and keep my head above water. But November is the time where you start tackling the issues, right? So you don't have to keep maintaining. So there can be some sort of flow. So something new can come in, you know? So there could be some sort of flexibility. And I feel like a lot of this has something to do with you. And that's why the moon comes up here. The moon comes up because there's some sort of fear. There's some sort of disorganization that needs to be dealt with. And honestly, it just feels like you need to get on the ball and just get it done, is what it looks like. It's like pick up the willpower and blast through the hard parts. And once you get through the hard parts, it gets easier after that. Okay. Somebody from your past really misses you. And not only that, Capricorn, everybody wants your attention. And you don't want any of it. um it's like you're not looking. I'm gonna be honest, this whole reading in November feels like you focusing on yourself, right? It's more like you need to express yourself how you feel. That's what I was seeing here. It's like you need to express yourself or deal with disputes or like explain to people like you're not like them sometime and it's okay. Like you're going through this phase where you're going to focus on yourself and your work and you've had some downtime and it's like I need you to understand that for me, right? That's what I see here. But I see those people just wanting your attention, thinking you need to get out or thinking you need to do things and you really don't. Your mind is more focused on taking steps for the future. Interesting. Okay. You're going to make yourself more happy by getting yourself back on track, pursuing your goals, making things happen for yourself. That's where you're making yourself more happy, Capricorn. You're getting more in sync with yourself, your goals, your decisions, and what you want for life, and that makes you feel better. It makes you feel good to have open opportunities, to resolve things so the world can feel like an open door. So the world can feel more big and open to you. You know, I don't know how to else to explain that. You don't like to feel constricted, you know. You like to have a sense of freedom and flexibility in your life. And that's where your focus is. You have a lot of new ideas coming your way. You're going to have a lot of changes in how you do things in your life that makes it easier. Whether it's the way you pay bills, the way you take to work, the way you organize your kitchen. I just feel like there are changes to how you do things to make life or moments in your life easier. It takes away a lot of the possibility and brings in more productivity in your life or efficiency. And that makes you feel more lighthearted, carefree, comfortable with things. All right, Capricorn, that's it. I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.